Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. All right, welcome back. Hopefully that was a productive one for you. For me, the printer where I replaced the nozzle, it's still going, so that's good. That's good. The other one, okay, so I have a roll of the original manufacturer who no longer is unavailable now. I was having issues with it before, but it could have been maybe because something was clogged because I replaced, like I took a bunch of stuff out. I replaced the nozzle and some other things, and it was printing fine. Like the black filament is printing fine with the lower base. It's the white filament that I'm having issues with, and that's why I bought other manufacturers to try and test it out. So I did a whole bunch of research during this last work session, and I found I was going through a bunch of different forum posts and things, and somebody linked to this blog post, and he kind of like broke down a bunch of stuff. But before I tried that, I was drawing the original manufacturers that I was using before, and so I'm hoping that it's dry enough now, maybe. And so I'm printing it, and so we'll see what happens. But it takes forever to get through like the black layer because it's a fine point, and so we'll see. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to go and switch it out and try these other the other settings that this person came up with. It's a lot of stuff, I think, but at least a lot of the printers are working. It's just the one now. So, but that one I really need to work. So we'll see what happens. All right. All that to say, welcome back. I wanted to take a look at this pretty cool thing. So during the first round of our the first cipher of the day, we were looking at this blog post, and since it's like the first ciphers of the month for July, I want to take a look and see what came to the web platform in June. You know what I'm saying? Kind of take a review of that. And so we started off with this blog post from Rachel Andrew. And so they write like every month, hey, this is what came out. And so you see it was posted June 30th, right? So we looked at earlier the escape, the left and right brackets in attributes when serializing, or arrows, left, right arrows, I don't even call them, serializing HTML. All right, so we looked at that. Next one here, I thought that was pretty cool. The CSS Custom Highlight API. So now Firefox 140 implements the CSS Custom Highlight API. This lets you define and style arbitrary text ranges in a document, similar to other highlight CSS pseudo elements such as like grammar error. And so sometimes when you write stuff and it looks kind of funny or whatever, like sometimes I think it has like little red, like not squiggly, but like up and down triangles, like, you know, I forgot what we call those things, but like the red up and down triangles, like underlines, not like a straight line, but it's like a zigzag, like a red zigzag underneath it. I think that's some of the stuff that you can style, right? So now it looks like Firefox has joined the group because it looks like it's been ready in 105 for both Chromium, for Chrome and Edge, so and in Safari 17.2. So Firefox. So this is the thing. Looks like it'd be good to use across everything now. Now, as well as the JavaScript API, the work includes the CSS highlight pseudo element used to apply styles to the registered highlight. While this feature is now broadly interoperable, some issues with the highlight pseudo element make it not quite baseline yet. So there's some issues there, but we'll take a look at it. So I wanted to take a look at this. This goes to the developer, the Mozilla Developer Network, all right, MDN, and that is this one here. All right, and they have like examples stuff. It's pretty dope. So shout out to MDN. I am going to paste a link to this documentation. So it'll be next to the recording of the video over on untilit.works. All right, so the CSS Custom Highlight API. There you go. So the CSS Custom Highlight API. This mess up. Some okay, weird. All right, not sure what happened there, but it's fine. All right, so now, so the CSS Custom Highlight API provides a mechanism for styling arbitrary text ranges on a document by using JavaScript to create the ranges and CSS to style them. All right, so you need some JavaScript and some CSS. So concepts and usage. Styling text ranges on a web page can be very useful. Yes, it can. For example, text editing web apps highlight spelling or grammar errors. And tech code editors highlight syntax errors. All right. So the CSS Custom Highlight API extends the concept of other highlight pseudo elements such as selection. So, like if you do selecting here, see how that with the blue background, you'd be able to customize that to however you like. Ooh, it's super hot. What am I doing now? Right. Okay. Oh, it's over there. My towel's over there. All right. So yeah. And then spelling error, grammar error, and then target text. So I think target text is like, so how I selected here, target text, I believe if it's like you're in a search bar and you're typing in something. And then, so I think maybe by providing a way to create and style arbitrary range objects rather than being limited to browser-defined ranges. Okay, cool. So now using the CSS Custom Highlight API, you can programmatically create text ranges and highlight them without affecting the DOM structure in the page. Oh, so that's cool. So you don't have to add like things before or after saying like highlighted or anything. You can just do it programmatically as it comes up. That's cool. There are 4 steps to style text ranges on a web page using the CSS Custom Highlight API. So now creating the range objects. All right, we'll talk about that. Creating highlight objects for those ranges. So the first thing you need to do look like you need to create ranges. And then registering the highlights using the highlight registry. All right, so I guess so that it understands like, oh, hey, this thing's supposed to be a highlight. And then styling the highlights using the : highlight pseudo element. All right, so now creating ranges, you need JavaScript for that. So, all right, then we have the parent node, so the thing that you're trying to, I guess, highlight. So that's foo there, all right. And then it's just a new range. And then set start parent node. I wonder what that 10 means. I'll have to look into that. And then set end 20. All right. And then you have another range where you start at 40 and then end at 60. Okay. Okay, cool. And then the second step is to instantiate highlight objects for your text ranges. All right. So multiple ranges can be associated with one highlight. Okay. So you can have multiple ones in there. That's pretty dope. So if there's like multiple like text found that you're looking for, that's pretty dope. If you want to highlight multiple pieces of text the same way, you need to create a single highlight and initialize it with the corresponding ranges. Okay, that makes sense. But you can also create as many highlights as you need. For example, if you are building a collaborative text editor where each user gets a different text color, oh, that's interesting. Then you can create one highlight per user. Oh, okay, as seen in the code snippet below. All right, that's pretty dope. Each highlight can be styled differently. Nice. So now you got to register the highlights so that you got them there. So registering them by using the highlight available as CSS highlights. Okay. So the registry is a map-like object, so you can only have like one at a time. So yeah, you can have multiple user one highlights. To register highlights by names as seen below. Okay. Not too bad so far. All right. And then in the above code snippet, the user one highlight are custom identifiers that can be used in CSS. Okay. You can register as many highlights as you need in the registry, as well as remove highlights and clear the entire thing. All right, now let's style it. The final step is to style the registered highlights. Oh, okay. So you can use, oh, dope. So you pass in that when you set the registry, that's where you use the name. Okay, dope. Okay. I'm telling you, like CSS is becoming more and more like a programming language because like this is just passing in like the variable name, you know what I'm saying, into like a function. And then it tells you what to do. That's so dope. This is done by using the highlight pseudo element. For example, to style the user one highlight, highlight registered in the previous step. All right, so it's going to be a yellow background with a black text. Okay, dope. Now let's look at some examples. So here's the HTML, right? And so they have this whole thing. So yeah, so you can search. So they have this label. So they have a search, and you put it in the query. All right, dope. And then here's the article that you're going to look through. All right. So now the JavaScript. Okay. So we get an element by ID. So we getting the query and the article. All right. Getting references to those. Then find all text nodes in the article. We'll search within these text nodes. Okay. Ooh, I've never seen this before. Oh, that's dope. So you're creating a tree walker. Interesting. And then you're passing in that reference article. And then the node filter show text. This is new to me. This is dope. And then you're going to have all the different text notes, all the different texts here, right? Okay. Oh, you have like a, so, oh, wow. Okay, so then you do this tree walker next node. So it's going to keep going. And then that's going to be either true or false. So while this current node, you're going to push the current node into there. So while there's a, okay. And then you're setting it to the next one. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. I like that while loop there. Okay. And then we're going to listen. So listen for when you input, you know what I'm saying? And then if there aren't any CSS highlights, oh, okay. So if there aren't, so if this thing doesn't exist, that means that CSS custom highlight API is not supported in your browser. That's a pretty cool way to check that out. Okay. And then you clearing all the previous ones. Then clean up the search query and bail out if it's empty. So if there's nothing there. Okay. Cool. All right. So then we're going to iterate over all text nodes to find the matches. Okay. And so they're lowercasing everything. So regardless if you put all caps or anything. So you're taking all the text nodes, you're mapping through them, you're lowercasing everything. All right. Okay. Then you have the indices here. So that's like the start stuff. So yeah, here's starting at 0. All right. And so while the start position was a 0 is less than the text length. Okay, so this is going to actually do like the highlighting part. So the indices, okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, so if it isn't fine, okay. Now we create a range of the object for each instance. Okay. So that's the range thing there. So we're finding the indices and then we're putting them in there. So through the indices, each one. All right. Basically just like how the, so where are they getting the string from again? String is coming from, I saw it here as well. Oh, here. Okay. Is the query value. Okay. Yeah, you see they're lowering, so they're taking off all the spaces. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. Start and end. All right. And then they, okay, and the search result highlights. New. The highlight. Oh, they're taking all the different ranges. Okay. All of them. All right. So each time you're creating a new range. Are you okay? Ranges. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay, I see now. Okay. So this is the okay. So yeah, all of this is being done, but we're returning this part. Okay. So it's giving you all the different ranges. Okay. Dope. Interesting. So return. Okay. All right. And then you set it. Interesting. Okay. And then the CSS. So I'm not sure what background color that is, but then the text color is going to be white. Okay. So let's look up this Poro. Porro. P. Okay. O. All right. R. 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 O. Oh, I can't type. That is pretty cool. And it's very quick. Okay. I dig it. And so wait, we're listening on input, right? I think I don't remember that. Yep, we're listening on input on that query. Okay. Now that's pretty dope. So let me see. DOL. So yeah, even if because lowercase is everything. So you see, I have a lowercase d, but it picked up the capital D there, and there, and there. Pretty dope. And it looks pretty good for all the different browsers. Now they said there may be some glitches. Yeah, see, like right here, maybe some weird stuff, but it's getting there. But so far, I think that's pretty good. Does it say if it's like baseline or anything at the top? No, it doesn't say anything. But that's pretty awesome. I don't know what y'all think, but this is pretty cool. Like, I can see it being used for some stuff like that I'm working on, and so it's good to know. All right, cool. So have you tried this yet? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. But I'm gonna get y'all back to work because I want to get back to work. Well, this thing is printing. That's going to take forever. So I'm just going to like clean up around the shop and see if it worked. Hopefully, if not, I'm probably gonna have to dry it even longer, and then try put in the other one that I have drying now. Put that in there and try the settings and see what happens. So, with all that being said, let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is one of my favorite producers of all time, who goes by the name of Nujabes. The track is featuring Apani B. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. And see you like 15 minutes after the hour for the final break session. And we'll take a look at our website, listen to music, maybe watch some videos, maybe become a fan. All right, so again, Nujabes featuring Apani B. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy. Peace, and I wish you much productivity.
Let's start from the heart. I just want to stay. I think showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity.